Good morning guys and girls, hope you're all well. Welcome back to the channel, and today it's another edition of Google Nest security camera and flood cam. So yeah, let's get into it. We're fitting this and we're fitting this there. So yeah, this is my house. As you'll see in the last episode, we fitted the Google Nest wired ring doorbell minus the ring bit. And today we are fitting the Google Nest security camera and PIR floodlight, which is this baby. 1080p, night vision, phone alerts, motion activated lights, HD talk and listen, the business. So the reason I'm installing this up here is my van's on the driveway. It's pretty secure where we live, but for a bit of added security, this is going to mean that I can monitor my van if we're away, wherever we are. Obviously get notifications should this pick up any movement, and yeah, it records and stuff, and obviously it's got the PIR motion controlled security lights. So yeah, just a bit of added security really. So what we'll do is we'll get on the bench, open this up and see what we've got in the box. So as with all Google products, they're all impeccably packaged, and the package is very sturdy and hard. And then inside what we have is the main unit itself with the connections at the back, the camera which is adjustable on the front, and also the mounting plate which is all underneath here, as we can see. So let's get it out and we'll go through it quickly. So the main parts of the box, or what we have in the box, is the back mounting plate, the camera, which is magnetic to the front of the main unit with the two spotlights either side, and this is magnetic and completely adjustable in the direction of which you want to point it. So that's brilliant. There's also a couple of other boxes in here with fixings and stuff like that, but yeah, the main unit has two adjustable bi-directional security floodlights, which are motion detected activated, which has got the detector under there, and then you have this plug here which plugs into the camera itself. The base plate itself obviously secured by screws at the back there, and literally if you tuck those wires in there, it's literally just a twist and lock feature arrangement like that. So twists and locks, and then your camera's held in position. Specification for this, it needs 1.87 amps to supply this whole unit, so can quite easily be run off a 6 amp lighting circuit, which I'm going to do today, but I'll run through that very shortly. But yeah, we'll go through the instructions together, we'll install it, and then I'll show you it working. So yeah, let's get on with it. Just as a nice little touch from Google, this little accessories box has some lever connectors, as you can see, for making the connections inside the mounting plate. So some little lever Wago style connectors, and then there's screws and rubber plugs in there, which again, the packaging is impeccable. And obviously we've got some Allen keys there and a hanger to hang the light whilst you're installing it. So yeah, overall a great looking product, which I look forward to installing and getting working. So first thing we want to do is make sure that the point at which we're going to install this is actually suitable for what we want. So what we want is a view down there behind me, down the side of my van, as you can see. So anyone coming up there, you can see them on camera, and it activates this security camera and security light. So we want it up there, just by this downpipe. But what I want to make sure is that we've got enough room. So if we position that up there, and that's the view the camera's going to have, so it'll cover there, it'll cover there, and it'll cover straight down. So we've got plenty of room there for that to be mounted. So yeah, that's where it's going to go. And in terms of power supply, what we've got is we've got two soffit lights, very dirty soffit lights, within the soffit of the garage, which I previously installed, and they are controlled via a PIR, as you can see up there, and that whisker box. But what we've got inside is a switch up there, which we've got a supply coming from the Luden board up into the switch, so if I ever want to isolate that PIR, the supply going to it, and those lights, I can switch that off. So that's got a permanent feed in it, which is what we want for this security camera, because we want it to have a permanent feed. We don't want it to really be switchable. There's no real need for that, because if we ever want to do anything to that, we can just isolate the board. So what we're going to do is take a feed from that up that bit of conduit in the corner and just drop it through the soffit, which will then go into the back of the camera. So nice and easy. 6 amp lighting circuit, as I said, 1.87 amps that requires, so more than plenty, because all the lighting here is LED. So very low demand on that circuit already, so that's not going to be a problem. So what we'll do is we'll move this chunk out of the way and get on with the installation and stop waffling. So here we are up the steps. As you can see, I've dismantled this switch, and that's all it is a switch, but I've got a permanent feed coming in, which then obviously goes via the switch, and then it takes the power out up through there, which goes out to that PIR, and then this cable coming back obviously activates when the not the PIR, the photocell works. But we're not getting involved in that, we don't need any of that. All we need is to take a permanent supply from here and a neutral and an earth, take it up this conduit, up and over, and then down behind here where our camera is going to be mounted. So I'm going to try and secure our camera into this timber here, because we want a nice solid fixing. Sorry about the lighting, but I haven't got my light on my GoPro, but yeah, we want a nice solid fixing, so I'm going to try and get it on the end of that joist down there, and as you can see, the down light's down there. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. But nice simple bit of wiring really. So what we'll do is we'll nip outside and we'll go and get the backplate fixed up. Simple. Right, so the first obstacle we come up against is that timber that we was talking about inside is actually here, and when you put the camera here, it fails on this downpipe. So we're moving it over to here, but this was all plastic until we got to this point where there's another timber, which obviously we want a solid fixing for the camera, because otherwise it might droop at some point, because this is just PVC plastic, so you screw into that and the screws eat through the plastic. So what I've had to do is put a bit of timber, as you can see there's 2 screws here, put a bit of timber inside, so that means we get a nice solid fixing for the camera base plate, so it's going to be nice and sturdy and not going to go anywhere. So what I'm going to do is just, while I'm up here, give this a quick clean off, and then we'll be ready to install the base plate. Base plate. So we've got 4 screws to mark, and what we're going to do is we're going to use this base plate to cover these 2 screws where our timber is. So we're going to position that there, and then we've got a cable entry point which is under here. But first of all, what I need to make sure is that when I position this, the camera isn't going to fail on the gutter. So let's just go and get the camera. Right, so here we are, the whole unit intact. So if we position the base plate about there, that camera or that unit is resting up against the bottom of the guttering, which is fine because this is not going anywhere. So we know that positioning that there is going to be absolutely fine. So what we'll do is we'll get our peaker and we'll just mark just a little U shape around there, just so we know that's the bottom of our base plate. So we've got a Milwaukee M12 fuel combi drill, 9.5 bit HSS drill piece. Obviously it's only a bit of 1mm twin and earth coming through, so it doesn't need to be the biggest. And all we'll do is just drill through here, through this bit of timber. Just like that. And we'll thread our cable through. 1.5mm. Pre-cut it because we don't need a huge amount. Poking through the hole, and then we'll go the other side. Like so. So, mounting plate. thread that up through there into the enclosure, and then we'll line that up with our 4 holes, or our 4 marks. If I can find them, there we go. M12 impact. Absolutely love this thing. Line him up again. Get one in. There we go. Perfect. Let's do the rest. There we go, guys and girls. So we've got our 4 screws in there, lovely solid fixing, that's going absolutely nowhere, and now we've got our cable there so we can chop this back and terminate into the cables which come out the back of the camera. So welcome back on the ladder, and as you can see, we've stripped back the 1.5. We've got our lever connectors here which are supplied by Google, and obviously this is double insulated. So obviously it doesn't require an earth, but we're bringing earth to this point anyway and just terminating into a lever connector. But what I want to show you is this little genius hook. And what that means is that you can mount the base plate, terminate your cable, and hang the camera unit there whilst you're installing it, rather than having to hold it with your hand, and yeah, just a nightmare. But lovely little touch from Google there. So all I'll do now is bring these cables up and terminate them into this here. Push the base plate back or the camera back and twist and lock. So as you can see now, it's up in position where we want it. So that's going to look straight over my head, down the side of the house, and protect the side of the van, or have a view down the side of the van. So any motion coming down there, the camera's going to activate, which is obviously not on there at the moment. That's over there in the van, and the lights will come on. So yeah, and all we've got to do now is obviously the connector for the camera, but also we've got a retaining grub screw there which comes in the Google accessories pack. So we'll go and get that and put that in. Another nice little touch really is they provide you with 2 grub screws, so that's, I guess, if you drop one you've still got a spare one, because I can't see any others. There's nothing on top, nothing on the sides. So yeah, nice. Cheers Google. Right, the final bit out here, mounting of the camera. So magnetic, literally goes on there like that, so you can orientate it whatever direction you want. Over there, up there to the sky, down there, you can have it wherever you want, but we're going to want it going, but we'll set that up once we've installed everything else. Obviously the lights can orientate wherever you want them, but what we're here to talk about is connecting the camera. So camera is just a plug there. I'm assuming this is IP rated, and it just plugs up in there. Oh, and it feels magnetic, so yeah, it goes up nicely. But also comes with a tiny little grub screw again, which is a 2.5mm hex key in there, which is a bit of a pain because the cable's in the way, but we'll get it in there. There we go, we're in. Perfect. Here we are back inside. Right, so as you can see, a bit of timber's there, and we've got a bit of slack. Oh no, it's been pulled through so nicely. So all we're going to do is bring that cable over there, and then follow the line of this one in through this stuffing gland, down that conduit into the switch, and then take a permanent supply it is that simple. Now, this is not a video on how to. This is a video on how I am installing this camera. So yeah, a bit of a disclaimer. This is not a for DIYers, do this, do electrical work and stuff like that, because I'm a qualified electrician. I'm competent. I know what I'm doing. So yeah, let's just get that sorted. This is not a how-to video. Let's go. So there's not really enough space up here to show you what I was doing, so I didn't. But as you can see, we've brought that down through the conduit. We've got a cable here, but yeah, it comes up through that stuffing gland. And we've got a little bit of slack just to put a clip here, and it goes down to the camera. So that's going to be our point of isolation, and yeah, we'll start connecting the dangerous end. Right, so here we are. Brought our cable down, you've seen me terminate it. We've got our Wago connectors, our earths, our neutrals. We've got our feed in, and then we've got a live coming down into that permanent feed, and obviously that goes off to the photo cell for the soffit lights, which are under there. So yeah, what we'll do now is we'll tuck these back nicely, nice and neatly. Make sure they're under no stress, and then we'll push that socket back and screw it back. Right, there we go, all put back together, all nicely coming out of that stuffing gland. Bit of slack, just needs one clip up there, and then we're all golden. So let's go and turn the MCB on at the board. So lead and board, obviously, lights. Oh, there we go. Nice. So yeah, right. I didn't show you at the start because I forgot. The only instructions that the Google Nest security camera and Floodlight comes with is these. And all it says is download Google Home, tap the plus to add your camera, follow instructions on the app, which we're going to do. Probably not going to screenshot it because that's just a bit of a faff, and it's probably going to be not that lengthy, but not that interesting for you. So what I'll do is when I've done it, I'll talk through it, or talk you through it, and show you working, and that'll be it. So yeah, let's do exactly what this says. Right, so like any other Google Nest products, very, very painless, very easy to install. Follow the app instructions, scan the QR code, and yeah, off you go. One thing of note, obviously if you're going to install one of these things and you want to connect it to your Wi-Fi, you need to have decent Wi-Fi connection. We have an extender in the kitchen, so it's perfect to get to here. So I've connected that to our extender because our main router, albeit it's fibre as well, is still in the middle of the house and the signal's slightly lower, whereas the extender was maximum. So yeah, just something to bear in mind. But as you can see, it's all nice up there, all secure, all lovely, and all working. So I'll show you. Let's go into the app, and here we are. Oh, some bald-headed bloke walking away. Looks a bit sussy, doesn't he? So yeah, there we go. And yes, I'm wearing Crocs. So, as you can see, working perfectly. There are some subscriptions with Google Nest. I forget what it's called now. Nest Pro or something, I think it is, which we have, because this will, as standard, save up to 3 hours recording. But if you subscribe, which is about £6 a month, and I think there's a higher one, you can have unlimited recording. I can't remember the exact what you get for it, but you'll have to check that out if you install them. But yeah, there you go. So that is the Google Nest security camera and Floodlight. installed, very easy. Obviously I've got some electrical inspection and testing to do, which obviously I will do, but I'm not going to bore you with that. This is more about the product and how easy it is for me to install, not you, remember. But yeah, Nest camera, floodlight, perfect. Bit of added security for the van and for the rest of the house. So yeah, on that note, thanks for viewing, thanks for being here. Like, subscribe, all that rubbish. If you don't want to, you don't want to. But yeah, we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.